What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan B up, and I'm back with another podcast episode, man. It's a special episode. It's March. It's March Madness, and we here, bro. Last time y'all was with me, we talked about Champions League football, and I told you the next week I'll bring a special guest, and he's been on the show before. He was here to talk about college basketball, and I told him I was going to bring him back when the time was right, and the time is now. Tell him who you are, Jay. Let him know.
What's good, y'all? I'm back. J1 Beer. Good friend of Daniel's. So, you know what I'm saying? It's March. Let's get it. We
Let's
got
get
some
it.
hoops to talk.
Let's go, man. Long season, man. Long season, man. Tell me, like, what you like so far? What you like about the season, man?
Man, first off, I think we could say the SEC, that was one of the craziest conferences a year, or one of the craziest years a conference has had. 14 teams making the tournament.
14 out of the 16, bro. I'm sick as hell if I'm the two teams. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta be like, you gotta feel bad. Like, out of the two teams in the conference, you don't make it, bro.
Yeah. Definitely an outlier.
That's messed up. And I don't. You think Texas should have got that spot?
I honestly do think Texas should have got in.
Texas, yeah.
Instead of a playing game, I think they should have got in.
Mm. Ooh. What are they? 11 or 12?
I think 11 seed playing.
Playing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Because there was a lot of teams in that conference that should. Yeah, I mean, I truly do think a lot of those teams should have made it, but it's just sick for those two teams that didn't make it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, and I already see it like LSU, one of the teams that didn't make it, like they got boosters next year for that their NIL.
Yeah.
They coming hard, bro. I seen they were coming hard, and it sucks for them because they fired their coach, Will Wayne, like a couple years back. You know him about the situation when he got fired a couple years back.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, he was like, he was on an investigation, and they had to fire him, and now he's at McNeese, and they playing Clemson right now, and look at that.
Yeah.
They probably gonna be playing. I mean, they're probably gonna hire him for a new job on one of
Yeah.
these teams, Virginia maybe,
Yeah.
Nova, whoever team, North Carolina State. This was
Indiana.
not Indiana. Just hired their coach today.
Yeah, they did.
They hired their coach. I wasn't too. I really wanted Wade to go to
Yeah.
Indiana. That would have been nice if Wayne went to Indiana. But I'm not too sure about the West Virginia coach. But I seen the West Virginians. They've been
Yeah.
complaining, bro.
I it's tough because they don't have their best player in Tucker DeVries, but
Yeah, he's been out though for a minute though.
yeah, I think he was out for like since January for the whole year.
I didn't like that excuse though. Like they were saying, like that's why I swear one of the I read from like the committee was saying like they're like, bro, they didn't have their guy, but like he's been out for a minute.
Yeah. I think this year, I think they were taking into account like the
Mhm.
health of the teams and who's playing and the players and stuff.
They just want to change the goalposts, man. Every year, bro.
Yeah.
West
It,
Virginia had quality wins too.
for sure. They were ranked for a little minute, I think.
I didn't know that. They
They
were
were
ranked.
like in the 20s or something like that.
But the bad thing about them is that as a bubble team, you can't lose to the worst team in the conference tournament, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's what hurt. That's what hurt them, really, bro. As a bubble team, you got to win your games, bro.
Facts.
They beat Zaga. They beat Arizona, Kansas, Iowa State. Like they got dubs under
Iowa
them.
State,
Yeah.
they got a solid resume.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't
That's
know.
crazy, man.
That's tough.
That's crazy. So, yeah, we low key just jumped right into it. Should we talk North Carolina then?
We can. Let's
How
do it.
do
I'm
you
with
feel
it.
about North Carolina?
North Carolina.
One
I
quad one win, and that
Yeah.
happened in December.
hmm
Lost 12 of them. They didn't have the opportunities towards. Well, they did have the opportunities towards the end with the Duke game, but like, what do you got to say about that? Because they had the invitational that they played in Hawaii. They could have got the dubs. I think they might have went 1-3 because I know they beat Dayton,
Yeah.
but like they
Yeah. I think
Auburn, they played MSU. They
yep.
had the opportunities to get some quad one wins, bro. How you feel about them making it though, still in the bid from a team like West Virginia?
Yeah, I honestly think it's tough to say if they deserved it or not because there's so many other teams that were deserving, but I can see why the committee put them in because over the past month they've been super hot. Even before the ACC tournament, they had 5 or 6 straight wins of double figures,
Mhm.
and they were rolling. They
They
also do have 22 wins still. So as much as they're like 22-11, I believe 22-12,
mhm.
that's a team that I think this is the worst Carolina's gonna. I mean, it's Carolina basketball, so this is the worst they're gonna be for the foreseeable future. They're definitely gonna reload next year, but yeah, I don't have a problem with it, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie, you can't say that could be the worst because Herbie Davis has had a team that didn't make the tournament already, and then he had a team that made it to a national championship. It's just he's been up and down so far.
Yeah,
And like people thought he could have been getting fired, but he got an extension this like I think January or February.
he's still an elite recruiter.
Hmm.
They're still gonna have NIL money. I think they were expecting guys like Cade Tyson out of the portal. They were expecting like some more players to take a bigger step this year
Mm.
and produce more for the team. I think Elliot Cadeau is a guy who I
I ain't gonna.
wish
He stepped up a little.
he a little bit, but I wanted to see more from him. I mean, he was a projected first round pick last year as a
Yeah,
freshman,
that is true. But thing is, he can't shoot the ball. He can't
right?
shoot the ball.
I wanted to see him excel in that area more, but it seems like he's going to need a little more time to develop, which is fine. But yeah, UNC could still some. I mean, they're a team who has firepower at the guard position.
Exactly. That's how I'm confused. Like it must have been the front court then. It had to be their front
Oh, for
court.
sure, for sure. This is like one of the smallest UNC teams I've ever seen. They don't have like they've had Baycott over the years, but they usually have that big man that's always going to hold them down, and they don't have that this year.
And that's what they got to look for in the portal. Because I don't know if Ian Jackson's coming back next year. I know Elliott's probably coming back. Trumbull, Trumbull, you think Trumbull's coming back? I think he comes back.
Yeah.
So if they just get, you think Drake come back or he hits it?
I don't know, man. Honestly, that's tough. Because
He
he was projected pretty high, and then he
was.
didn't have the best season, so I think he's dropped. I think it'll be smart if he stays.
It really depends because you know how they go. Plus, they got the tournament. Then they got
Yeah,
the little pro days and all that. And then you get the opportunity by a certain date. So if he doesn't get good feedback, then he'll come back. But
yeah,
if he's in them draft boards right now, then he's probably going to declare. He's probably
yeah.
gonna declare right now.
I think he's in the same boat as a guy like Isaiah Evans, a guy like who didn't start off playing well, but obviously we've seen throughout the middle and the
I mean,
conference
if
play.
you play Isaiah, then
Yeah,
they got their wins. But I'm saying if you play Isaiah, then probably like they're unbeatable. Well, they
yeah,
probably might be unbeatable now, but it's Duke is just.
definitely.
But the position awards they just came out. The finalists we got. We could do predictions on those, man. We could start from the point guard spots, all the way down to the 5 spot with the centers. And then we could talk about the All American teams that just came out as well after that. But who you got as your point guard?
So for my point guard preseason, I believe I picked Dylan Harper. Unfortunately, he's not on this list, even though I think he still should be, but his team's not that good. I like Braden Smith, Big
Mm,
Ten Player of the Year. I mean, he is legit, man.
I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that as a at the spot this year. I feel like he had a better season last year, but the numbers
Really?
this year probably proves it. It just maybe because Zach Edey was just there, like he had pieces. It's just like this year's Purdue team. I don't know. It didn't really stick out to me, bro.
Okay.
I honestly didn't even think he should have won the Big Ten award. I thought the Big Ten award should have went to John Torres
Project. That's valid.
from Wisconsin. I thought it should have went to him because he came to the Big Ten and took over.
Yeah.
I thought it should have went to him, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. I picked Walter Clayton Jr., bro. just the way because how Florida ended the year, I had to give it to Walter Clayton Jr., bro.
Hmm.
Their backcourt, I ain't gonna lie, Florida is tough this year, bro.
No, Florida is legit.
That might be last year's UConn.
Oh, I don't know. I can't
That
tell you.
that might be at levels with last year's. The way they ended the year, bro.
The way they've ended the season is remarkable, but
Oh no,
I don't know. I think I got to see more. UConn last year, that's to me, that's the best college team I've ever seen. So
because they had everything, but that's what, bro. Florida's big, bro.
they are.
Big at every spot, bro.
Florida has positional size at every position.
Every
So
position.
and they're super athletic. They can defend. I mean, they do everything well. Florida's a great team. Yeah,
Yeah, I got Walter Clayton Jr., bro.
I like it.
Just the boss efforts, like. And
Yeah,
for the Jerry West Shooting Guard Award, we forgot to say Bob Coolsby. Gotta let him know who's the award. But
yeah.
Jerry West Shooting Guard Award. It was up to Caleb Love, VJ Edgecombe, Trey Johnson, PJ Haggerty, Chaz Lanier. Who you got for that?
For the shooting guard award, it's tough.
It was tough for me too.
Uh, my pick is Trey Johnson. I think he's been arguably the only reason Texas has gotten the resume that they have and the reason why they're in the tournament now.
True.
But I do think PJ Haggerty is going to win it. That kid's ridiculous. First team All American. He's a bucket.
Yeah, I was looking into PJ as well. I wanted to give it to Trey, but Trey is. I don't know. I know it's not a team award, but his team hasn't been performing the way they're supposed to be. Because UConn. Not UConn. Texas. That's a prestigious school, man. Like
For sure.
they gotta be good. Like Ronnie Terry. Yeah, people are there watching him, bro. Because I thought he was gonna be on the hot seat, bro. But
Hmm.
Trey is the reason he's not getting them into the playoffs. To the tournament.
Yeah.
But I gotta go, PJ.
Hmm.
Chaz
Yeah.
Lanier could have got it, but a lot of times I watch Chaz, he would take over games and then he wouldn't take over games.
Yeah. Chaz Lanier started off the season really, really hot. Like
Yeah,
non-conference he was great. And then he started to have a couple bad
in
games in
the middle of the
conference.
season, yep. But I feel
But
like he ended the season well.
he did. He did. He definitely had his fair share of games at Texas A&M when he definitely started to heat up.
Mhm.
But I think that little like 5 to 10 range of games in January, February has where he slowed down is gonna be the reason why he doesn't win it.
The thing is though with PJ though is like he's in the American League.
Hmm.
Does his resume valid enough to beat Chaz Lanier? Because Chaz
Yeah,
is on a top 10 team all season. And his stats are there. And his stats are there. He makes up for his bad games and stuff like that.
I do. I think PJ Haggard. I think Memphis has done enough. I mean, they won their conference tournament. They won their conference, and then we saw when they were in Maui in November. I mean, they competed. They beat UConn. They were competing with a lot of teams. So I
Penny has
think
done a good job this year, man. Penny done a
yes, Memphis is a legit team, and they can make a run in the tournament.
yeah. I gotta check what region they are. I don't know the top of my head what region they are.
Yeah.
Uh small forward spot. So we got the Julius Irving Award. We got Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, RJ Lewis, Jackson Robinson, Chaz Baker, Mazzara. We already know what we saying.
Yeah, this one's I think a no brainer.
Beginning of the year, man, I had Ace, man. I had Ace Bailey. Should we talk about Rutgers real quick, man?
I'm glad. I'm happy we can.
Disappointed in them, bro.
Extremely.
Top 3 picks, and y'all can't make it to the dance. Lost first game of the tournament. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, with Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, it's no reason you should be out of the tournament, let
Like,
alone.
build around them, bro.
And they got guys with the portal. They got my guy Acuff from Eastern. They got
Oh, but it was games. A Cup was a no show. I'm like, A Cup's a baller. Give him the rock. Let him rock out. It's just like that offense was just too ace, too
Yeah,
Dylan. And at first, I thought Ace was the main guy, but it looked like Dylan really took over that year.
yeah. To me, I think Dylan's the better prospect.
Yeah,
He had the better year, honestly,
I think he.
but you could definitely tell that when one was out, because neither were healthy the whole season.
Mhm.
So when one was out and one had to play without the other, you saw Ace have big games like at Northwestern where he went for 40, or when Dylan had 30, I forgot what it was at the beginning of the season
Mhm.
versus Notre Dame. I
Yeah,
think Ace played, but they still both had those big games, you know?
it just sucked, man. For them to be under 500, bro. Like, come on, bro. And we
Yeah.
just question like the coaching there, man. It's like, what was the coaching like? How was the culture? Like, we know it was just those two, the offense, but it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully next year they can do
Who,
something.
who Rectors?
Yeah.
We won't care about them next year. Who they going
I
to
mean, we'll see. Let's just see if they can bounce it back, man. Do
man?
something.
All right, so we both got Cooper Flag. There's nothing to be said about Cooper Flag at the moment. We got
Yep.
plenty of time to talk about Coop.
Hmm.
Carmelone Award. That's the power forward position. John Broom, I was surprised he was at this list until you told me, probably because of Dylan Caldwell as the 5 spot.
Right.
Danny Wolf, we got JT Tabit, Eric Dixon, Vaxel Lean Board. I heard a lot about him in the portal. But who you got?
Yeah, this one's probably same as this one's a no-brainer. I'm going Janae Broom.
Janai Broom for sure, man. I got
Yeah.
him winning that. I thought if Danny was at the center spot, I probably would have gave it to Danny. I said I don't like Michigan, but I do give props to Danny.
Yeah.
Danny's their best player, best prospect since Franz Wagner. I would say.
I agree. I agree.
Unless someone came after. I don't think no one came after Franz, but yeah, Danny can hoop at the point forward position. He can lead them. He can lead them
Yeah,
to
for sure.
a couple of wins, couple. But yeah, I got John Broom winning that as well. The center spot, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, my bad, go. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award, top centers. I ain't gonna lie, bro. October 31st, I should have clipped it. You said don't forget or don't sleep on Derek Queen. And bro, I got him win. I think he's gonna win it. I think he's gonna win it. But we got Derek Queen on there, Ryan Calabrine from Creighton, Bad Golden from Michigan, Nick Beto from Duke, and Maxine Renoir from Stanford. But I got Derek Queen, man.
For sure. Um, yeah, if you watch the first podcast, they know what I said about Derek Queen. Derek Queen, he exceeded my expectations this year. I
Facts.
mean, what he was able to do with Maryland, where they are now as a 4 seed in the tournament. I mean,
I
I did not expect Maryland to be that good. So hats off to everybody at Maryland, the coaches, the players. They did a great job this year. And yeah, Derek Queen's definitely going to win that one.
he has to win that one, so I can find that video and clip it. I got to
Yeah.
But Derek Queen, man, I got him winning it. He won Big Ten Freshman of the Year. I was kind of salty about that because
Yeah.
Jace Richardson, but Derek Queen definitely deserved it. He definitely deserved it.
Man, were there some freshmen in the Big Ten this year?
Yeah,
It was
it was some dogs.
it's about 4, 5 draft picks in the Big Ten, first rounders, freshmen.
Yeah, shit. And two
Yeah.
instructors, Illinois guy, and Jason, Derek,
You feel me?
right there. Could go lottery. But yeah, so we got those five. Now we got to talk about the Wooden Award, man. We already know the Wooden Awards between the two. So give me your pick and why.
Okay. This this is I've seen a lot of people with a big name in the sport in college basketball choose Janai Broom for this
Okay.
award, and I don't have any problems with it. I think both of them are very deserving,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to choose Cooper Flag. I
So
mean, I think what he's been able to do, leading Duke in every major statistical stat with points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks,
that's what it
that
is.
cannot go unnoticed. Duke sweeping the ACC with the regular season and the tournament championship without Cooper Flag. It just shows how good Duke is. But yeah, this is, I mean, you could say he's up there with Zion and Jason Tatum. I think he's the best Duke freshman that's ever walked through those doors.
I think he had a better season than Jason Tatum. Yes, I do say that. Zion
Yeah.
was box office every game, dog. I don't think I missed a Zion game on that was on local channels like ESPN, ABC, CBS. I missed a couple Cooper games and I missed a couple Jason Tatum games. But
Yeah, with
Zion, I ain't missed not a single game.
I mean, Zion was hands down player of the year. I
Hmm.
mean, that guy was different. He was must see TV. We all were tuning in to watch him. But for me, why I think Cooper Flag's the best Duke freshman ever is because of just his ability as a prospect.
Hmm.
Like his defensive motor and his defensive intensity, I don't think that can go understated. I think he has a chance to legit be a defensive player of the year in the NBA. And
I
and I
don't
think
that's probably gonna be a stretch.
I think like what he does help side on the ball,
Hmm.
rim protection. If you take everything into account, I think like he can legit contest Wemby because Wemby's gonna have the blocks, of course. But I think what Cooper does outside of just rim protection is so much more important.
I feel like Cooper Flag is a great glue guy. Like just to throw him in there, he'll fit. Like wherever team he gets drafted to. Like for example, if he sup- surprisingly gets drafted to the Sixers,
Mhm.
that'll be a perfect spot for him because like he's just there to be that one extra piece that they need, bro.
Yeah.
Like he would be a perfect fit guy for the Sixers, bro. But what you said about him leading every stat for Duke, that was like the reason why I said he has to win it, bro. Like to do that on the number one team in the country, bro. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. And you
Yeah.
got other 5 stars playing with you too. It's like,
Exactly. And
like
that's not to knock anything that Auburn and Janai Broom have done,
yeah,
because I think the reason why people are giving Janai Broom the award is because of how successful Auburn has been as a team. And the way the SEC has been dominant this year, Auburn has completely dominated the SEC, which is crazy in a year that a team has 14 teams in the tournament. So I can definitely see why they're giving Janai Broom the award, but I
but it's
still think
crazy though. It's crazy though. They didn't think Cooper Flack was gonna come and lead in every like major stat for Duke.
yeah,
Like
nobody could have
they
predicted.
didn't think John Broom would come and take over ACC like he did. That's why this is like a 2 horse race, bro. Like the odds been flipping. Like they don't know who's gonna win. They don't know who, but it's just like
Do they pick after the tournament or
I'm
before?
not sure. I'm not sure because
That would be interesting.
I know it's been a runaway like the last few years. So like we
Yeah,
just knew they gave it out, but
yeah.
this year people are locked into it. And then ACC, I mean not ACC, Duke, they won the head-to-head battle with Harvard.
Hey,
So if they take that apart,
you
hey,
feel me?
but yeah, him leading in all major stats, bro, that won it for me, bro. I say Cooper Flag.
For sure.
But do you think John Broom is going to be a first round pick? I seen him in a lot of second rounds.
Yeah, I just don't think he's first round material. He's a super traditional center.
Okay,
Back to the basket.
and there's nothing wrong
Kids,
with that too. He could be a
yeah,
stud off the second round.
yeah. He could definitely be a steal. There's nothing wrong with being drafted in the second round.
Hmm.
I just think the first round this year, this year and next year are gonna be some of the best drafts that we've had in a long time.
Yeah,
So
and
it's probably since 2021. So we'll
that
see.
that can make up for this year's draft or last year's draft.
Facts.
But all right, man, it's that time to talk about the tournament, man.
Let's
We
do
got
it.
the 4 seeds, the 4 1 seeds in the in the NCC shit in the NCAA tournament, bro. We already know the first seed. The overall first seed is hold on. It's the Auburn Tigers. Auburn Tigers is the number one seed in the South, the overall number one seed. And in West, we got Florida. I believe Florida was the fourth number one team. Am I? I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
The fourth. East, we got number one seed as Duke. I think they were the second. And
Hmm.
the third was out of the Midwest was Houston.
Hmm.
So, who do you think out of those four got the toughest bracket?
This one was tough. We have to look at the 8-9 game, the second round game, and then you also have to look at the Elite Eight and Sweet 16s. I think after looking at all the games and potential matchups, Auburn probably has the toughest road.
And for overall number one seed, that's kind of crazy, bro.
It is.
I didn't think.
One thing I was very confused about was in the South region, you have the Big Ten regular season champs and MSU, and you have the SEC regular season champs in Auburn, all in the same region, along with Michigan, who won the Big Ten tournament.
Mhm.
And then you have Iowa State. Like this is to me, this is the best region
You
for
missing
sure.
one more. You missing one more team.
Who
The
else? Who did I miss?
Louisville at 8 is crazy.
Yeah, being
Louisville
the
8 is
10th ranked team in the AP poll and then being an A seed, that's insane.
dog. Like I don't know. Like Louisville at 8. They're not talking about that enough. They worried about North Carolina, but Louisville at 8 should be the talk of the ACC. Like the ACC is like getting robbed at the moment. Like or
Yeah,
like they just not having good competition, bro. That's why they gave them 8th. But like I don't know, bro. But that is for sure the toughest bracket. That's for sure the toughest bracket, man. But in the West Regionals for the number one seed Florida, who do you think is gonna be the top one of the top teams that can give them a run?
I think that second game, whoever they play, I know UConn hasn't had the best year, but um, I know UConn hasn't had the best year, but it's Dan Hurley and it's March, so you can never count them out. You feel me? That
I,
second game versus either UConn or Oklahoma is going to be very tough. And
I
then,
I like that matchup. If Florida and UConn meet up,
mhm,
I would like to see that matchup, bro. I would love to see that matchup because, like what I
yeah,
said earlier, like me personally, I feel like this Florida team is just like UConn's last year, bro. So I feel
yeah,
like I just want to see how Dan Hurley matches up, like his game plan with that team, bro. But of course, they got to get through Oklahoma first, which I think they would. They will, unless Fears goes off like nuts. But
right.
that matchup right there, bro, I'll be excited to see that.
Same here.
They
I
got
also
Memphis
think,
there as a 5th seed, Maryland as a 4.
yeah, that Sweet 16 game if Florida makes it that far, it's going to be tough regardless.
I ain't gonna lie, this might be the second hardest bracket.
Yeah,
I think so.
for a one seed, yeah, for sure.
Cause thing is with me, I see St. John's at the second seed, bro. Me personally, I had St. John's as a Final Four team before I seen the bracket.
Hmm.
So it just sucks that they gotta run into Florida, bro.
Yeah, if they
Florida's
if they make
hot
it that
right
far.
now, bro. Yeah, if they make it there, Calipari might get them. We don't know. But any upsets do you see in this region? I forgot to ask about the South. You see any
Yeah,
upsets in the South? Let's go back to the South. You see any upsets?
in the South,
Yeah, in the first round.
I don't see any in the first round, but second round, I like Donovan Dent, New Mexico, knocking off MSU.
Oh yeah, you're a troll.
Nah, I'm serious. Donovan Dent is that guy, and I think he's gonna be the one to dethrone the Spartans.
Nah, Spartan.
Um,
Nah, you're trolling. But if anything, San Diego would knock off Michigan. If you want to troll, San Diego, they could have a chance of knocking off Michigan, but Michigan's too big for them, bro.
hey, as a Michigan fan, I know this isn't a good matchup for us realistically because of how we turn the ball over and how well they are against turnovers.
Yeah, but
But
that's mid. Like that comes in hand, but like Then again, I saw San Diego biggest dude was like 6'8".
Exactly.
If
Like,
Wolf play like the thing is Wolf does like to play outside the paint
mhm,
and flip the ball over. But if he plays inside, him and Godwin just play a 2-man inside, Michigan by 12 plus.
I
Like,
agree.
but any upsets, I will pick San Diego. I would love to see that happen. San Diego knock off Michigan.
I wouldn't.
But the West Regionals, do you have any upsets?
Yes. I have Drake making it to the Elite Eight.
Damn, Drake, come on, my guy Zeke, man, come on, let him get a
I
W.
know, I know. I'm sorry, Zeke. I know you're gonna watch this, I'm sorry, Zeke. But
Eh,
look, Drake is 30-3 on the year.
Yep,
They have their coach came from a Division II college and brought 4 or 5 of his players. I'm not sure the exact number, but these guys were all D2 transfers, and everybody is producing at a Division I level. I think this is one of the most tight-knit groups in the tournament, and there's always one Cinderella story, bro. There's always one outlier.
it's true.
So I think they can do it this year.
Yeah, Drake is a tough squad. When they name came up in the with the selection, bro, we text the chat. We was like, damn, Mizzou. But out of respect to my brother, man, I got Mizzou going at least winning one game.
Wow.
But let's talk about the bottom half though. Kansas and Arkansas.
What
I
a
ain't gonna
game.
lie. They had a scrimmage this season in October. Word on the street. Arkansas beat them.
Who
But
do you like?
you know who I got, man.
Okay.
I got Arkansas, man. Boogie Flan might be coming. Well, he is coming back. Hopefully, he's off the bench. Don't
Right.
throw him in there. Don't throw him
Right.
in. But it's just sick that they don't got to do it the Euro, bro. That
Oh,
might hurt them versus Kansas, bro. That
yeah,
might hurt them.
hurts.
I don't
That's
know
it.
injury, but I still got Calipari getting this dub, bro. This Kansas team's been inconsistent. They've been battling the injuries towards the end of the season, bro. It's not the greatest matchup, but I don't mind playing them first round. I don't mind like Arkansas playing them first round, bro. I don't. So
I agree.
I like that matchup. But what you think about Colorado State and Memphis? You think Colorado
Oh,
State has a match run for the money, bro?
So I heard about Tyrese Hunter. He wasn't healthy in the AAC tournament.
I don't know if he's playing. I didn't
If
heard too much after.
if he is playing, I think Memphis wins this comfortably. If
Okay.
he isn't playing, it's still a good game. It's a good game,
Mhm.
but I like Memphis still. I think Memphis is too good.
Okay.
But there is one upset I would like to point out that I did have.
In the West?
Um, let me see is it in the West?
If it's not in the West, we just go to it as we go to the different regions.
Okay, sounds good.
Because now we're in the East. Who gives
Okay.
a challenge to Duke?
Who gives a challenge to Duke? To me, I see a couple teams that could do it.
Okay.
I like a team that I think is slept on right now is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt to me is a team that if we're talking about those Cinderella runs, I think they could make one. But it's between Vanderbilt and of course Alabama. And I think BYU has a chance.
Okay. That's one of the teams I had.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think St. Mary's is gonna come and just shoot the lights out versus Vanderbilt the first game. I just think it's just one of those games, bro. It's just one game that's a blowout. That should be a close one. I think that is just that. I don't know. I just St. Mary's would come into that and beat Vanderbilt as a
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. People was telling me, okay, watch out for Liberty beating Oregon, but I'm not too sure about Liberty. I haven't heard too much. You know anything about Liberty?
I honestly haven't heard much,
Mm-hmm.
but it's March. I still like Oregon though. I think Oregon has a good team.
And how would you feel the Baylor versus Duke matchup? Jeremy Roach
Versus old school.
How would you? I don't know. That's kind of like a watch game, bro. Like you don't know if Cooper Flag has to come for that game. He has to
For
play
sure.
If he's not playing game one, which I don't think he should, honestly, he has to play that game.
I think since it's the NCAA tournament and
Mhm.
only one game is all it takes and you could be knocked out, I think Duke is going to play Cooper first game I think he's not going to play as much as he normally does, though. I think he might come off the bench or he might just play limited minutes.
He's gonna start for sure if he plays. But thing is, NCAA they're smart. We could talk about Cooper Flag now, honestly. But the NCAA they're smart. They made that game on a Friday.
Yes.
Getting Cooper Flag all the break he has. What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday he probably didn't. No, Monday he probably didn't practice. Tuesday probably strictly
non-contact.
Non-contact. Wednesday probably. You want to say Wednesday is a rest day or Thursday is a rest day?
I would say you probably start trying to ramp it up a little bit. Trying to play at least practice on Wednesday.
And then Thursday rested?
Thursday go through practice. But I think you're just trying to build up his, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like, but one of those days got to be another non-contact day.
Yeah.
And then
so maybe Thursday because the game's the next day.
And then what you think? What is he doing Friday morning? Is he on his feet, like just chilling, icing it?
Oh, you got the Normatec legs on.
For sure, whatever. And they're in North Carolina.
That's basically a home game.
That's basically a home game, but hopefully he plays this weekend. But I truly don't want to see him game one. But if he's playing game one, I am not mad at it. But versus Baylor or Mississippi State, he has to be on the floor. He has to.
For sure.
He has to be. But Cooper Flag, bro. That man. But you think his situation with I know he's talking about coming back. Do you think you think it's worth it coming back? You see, he just got that injury, and you like this is the sign. That was the sign that Cooper Flag and his mom and dad hit the league after this shit, bro.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's next year. Who the players coming into college basketball next year with
the Boozer twins,
the Bansa, and you got Darren Peterson.
Exactly.
Man, there's a lot more competition in college basketball that could be trying to push for the number one pick next year. Amen. So if you would like to fulfill those dreams, I think he should just go now. I think he has to go to the NBA.
Thank you.
But I will say, if he does stay, that would be pretty cool because I don't think any player of this caliber where we know that the number one pick has ever came back to school.
And if he comes back, you might as well just place your odds now. There's no way him and Cameron Boozer don't win a national championship. There's no way they don't lose more than 3 games. Honestly, they don't. They shouldn't lose a game, but I just don't want nobody to match Kentucky.
I think
they should lose a game, honestly.
I think it'll come down to the supporting cast. Like, will Khan Knipple go to the draft? Will Khan and Malu watch?
I mean, I don't know who's coming in next year with the Boozer twins, but they're gonna hit the portal. John Snyder did a great job at the portal this summer, so 100%. I know he's gonna eat again. Like Sion James, that was a hit. He took over the game versus Louisville.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang. I didn't think of him as like the scoring first guy. I thought it would be Khan, even though Khan stepped up too. Khan did amazing in the tournament, but that Duke team is stacked, bro. But
yeah,
who do you any teams you like? I got BYU beating Wisconsin.
Okay,
I had them beating Wisconsin, but I don't think they got enough to beat Bama. And I don't know if I don't think Bama's beating Duke.
I don't think so either.
I don't know, like the way Tennessee didn't beat them up, but Tennessee beat them. But the way Florida dominated them last game, I don't know.
Yeah. To me, I see a few upsets that could happen, but I don't think they will happen.
Talk to me.
Yale is a team I would look out for.
Oh, Yale? That's back. Yale in the South?
Yeah, versus Texas A&M.
Oh yeah, you should have said that when we was talking about Michigan in them.
Yeah.
Yale, I don't know. I haven't seen too much of Yale's offense. I just know about their offense, but I haven't seen too much about. But I ain't gonna lie, Buzz Williams he's gonna be ready.
He will for sure.
Buzz Williams wants to see Auburn again.
Does.
I think they beat Auburn. They beat Auburn, yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to see Auburn again. I think they probably could see Auburn again as well. Yeah, I think they probably will.
Okay, so who do you have?
You got any upsets in the East?
In the East, let me see. In the East, I do not. I have Duke and Alabama in the Elite Eight game.
Okay, so you don't. What about you? Don't got nothing about Akron and Arizona? Is
Yeah, I
Akron
don't think
this year?
Akron has the firepower to beat Arizona.
Okay, okay. All right, the Midwest. They got the number one seed, Houston. How do you
Mhm.
feel? Who you got?
This
I mean, I don't know, man. You see any upsets? I think I don't know if McNeese beats Clemson. I like the Clemson squad this year. I like this squad this year, but
I do too.
I need an
I have
up somewhere.
I
And
have McNeese
McNeese
beating
beat.
Clemson.
Mm.
I have McNeese beating Clemson in this conference as my big upset.
What about Troy beating Kentucky? You see,
Uh,
a
I
little
don't think so.
Kentucky curse? No,
I don't think. I think Kentucky's down a lot of guys with injuries, but I
I think
still
they
think
lose to Illinois. Illinois.
they could. That
I,
Illinois game is trap game.
I feel like Illinois still's a close one. I don't know if it's Xavier or Texas, but they still that they're gonna run away with that game in maybe under 8 minutes.
If it's Texas, maybe not.
That is true. That is true.
See, like Texas is a team that could lose in the first four, but they could also get to the Sweet 16. It's like
I think they could beat Kentucky in the second if they play them again because they beat Kentucky the first time.
for
And
sure.
Kentucky's down a lot of guys, like you said. They down their two best players. Jackson was one of their best players, and
Yeah.
Lamont.
Lamont Butler. I think he should be back for the tournament, they said.
It's a shoulder though.
Yeah.
You can only
He
do so.
definitely might not be the same player.
Yeah, because
but
he re-injured the shoulder. He re-injured the shoulder. But Gonzaga and Georgia, you got Georgia?
yes,
I
this
think I
is where
Georgia
this
on
is
my
this is what's interesting to me because I have Georgia going to the Final Four.
yo. What the,
I have Georgia coming out of this region.
hold on. Hold on. Okay, actually, might as well because that's the last bracket. What's the Elite Eight in the Midwest?
The Elite Eight in the Midwest for me is Georgia versus Kentucky.
I don't know if Kentucky beats Tennessee 3 times in one season. I don't know, and they're beating up. Tennessee has to beat them, bro. Tennessee's defense is I don't know. I don't see Tennessee losing to Kentucky
The
3 times.
thing about a Mark Pope coach team is they're gonna shoot threes. So
Tennessee defends well.
they do.
I'm still surprised how Tennessee lost twice to them.
It's a crash course. Either Kentucky could be hitting or Tennessee's defense could lock them down. It just depends.
Damn, what's up with Houston?
I like Georgia over Houston. I like that upset second game. I think Georgia matches up well.
I don't know. I feel like Houston
think-
might not be a great shooting team, but it's their defense, bro. It's their defense, bro. Like it's a lot of teams that have great defense this year. Like it's a lot of teams defense.
Yeah.
But Purdue, man, what do you see Purdue? They get past High Point, then lose second round.
Where is Purdue's down? Yeah. Purdue's out first game or second game to McNeese
Ooh, okay, so
in my bracket.
McNeese is Cinderella.
McNeese to the Sweet 16. Yes.
It's UCLA out versus Utah State.
I like UCLA to win that game.
Okay. My Elite Eight. Hold on, I gotta go to my Elite Eight was. My Elite Eight was Houston, Tennessee, but I had Clemson versus Houston and Illinois versus Tennessee in the Sweet 16.
Okay.
What was your East? East. You could just say your Sweet 16 for the East.
Okay.
Sweet 16 to Elite Eight.
My Sweet 16 for the East is BYU versus Alabama.
Yep.
And then Oregon versus Duke. Yep. And then I like Duke and Alabama to make it to the Elite Eight out of the East.
Yep, that's what I had. I had the same thing, and I had Duke beating Alabama.
Yep.
Who BYU? BYU plays Wisconsin. Yeah, I just feel like that's just one of the games BYU might just steal. BYU has been impressive the last 3 games. I've seen what it did to Iowa State at Iowa State.
Yeah.
They're impressive. Their point guard's been a little shaky though. The draft pick, he can't really
Yeah.
shoot that ball well.
Yeah, he's had a rough year. Other than the beginning, he started off well, but he's still projected a high pick.
Yeah, he's
I
still
think
top 10, I see.
they like his upside, but yeah, I still think
It's just that BYU offense.
yeah.
So that offense versus Alabama offense, that's going to be a great game. I wouldn't even be surprised if BYU might steal that one.
Yeah.
BYU's offense is nice, bro. And then next year when they get bro, they might win it. Oh, it's like nah. But who you got for the West?
For the West, Sweet 16.
Yep.
Okay, so my Sweet 16 for the West is Florida versus Memphis in the Sweet 16, and then Drake versus St. John's. And I like Drake in Florida making it to the Elite Eight.
Drake in Florida. Drake beats Drake beats St. John?
Drake beats St. John's.
I feel like St. John's one of the best teams in the country. They just got put up with Florida, bro.
Yeah.
If it wasn't any other bracket, bro, like if it was in the Midwest, I have them beating Houston, bro. Like I just got St. John losing the Elite Eight. I really hate that I say they beating my guy John Calipari, but I got to be realistic. Arkansas's upside, but then Mizzou, man, Mizzou versus Texas Tech. I feel like that could be a good game. I could go either way.
For sure.
I don't know. I have Texas Tech right now. I might switch to Mizzou before Thursday. I don't know yet, but it doesn't matter. I don't think they will beat St. John's if that happened. So my Elite Eight is Florida versus St. John's. And I have
that's gonna be a great game.
Florida, sadly.
That would be a great game.
All right, talk to me about yourself.
All right, my South Sweet 16 Cinderella. I got Ole Miss versus New Mexico. I think Donovan Dent leads the Lobos all the way to Sweet 16. And then here is Michigan versus Auburn on the top side. I like Michigan to beat Auburn. Upset alert. Ole Miss versus Michigan in the Elite Eight.
Jesus. Yeah. Not going to happen. Michigan's out first game of the season. First game. I got Auburn versus Texas A&M rematch. Auburn wins that one. Okay. Iowa State versus Michigan State. I got Michigan State winning that, and I got Auburn versus Michigan State. Michigan State beats Auburn. So now we're down to our Final Fours.
Okay. Honestly, I had Iowa State making it very far until I found out Keyshawn Gilbert wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Then that changed my whole.
Sold on Ole Miss. I'm not too sold on Ole Miss.
I think Ole Miss is good enough to do it. Chris Beard's got that. He has a legit team this year.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see them beating Iowa. No, I don't see them making it to the Elite Eight.
Okay. So now we're at the Final Four?
Yeah.
All right. Who's your Final Four matchups?
I got Florida State. I'm not Florida State. Michigan State versus Florida.
Ooh.
I got Duke versus Houston. Realistically, my Final Four before the tournament started was going to be Michigan State, Auburn, Duke, and St. John's. But the bracket came out, and that Final Four couldn't happen. So,
okay,
I got Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Houston.
So my Final Four, I had Michigan versus Ole Miss in the Elite Eight. I like Michigan to finish the job. Florida versus Drake in the West. That's when Drake's fun comes to an end. Florida wins. And then Duke beats Bama, and Georgia makes it all the way to the Final Four as a 9 seed.
Okay. It's national championship. So who's your national championship?
My national championship is the 2 best teams in the country right now to me, Duke and Florida. And I like Duke winning that game. Same pick from Halloween. I haven't changed. I'm rolling with Duke.
I don't even know who I picked in Halloween. But I got Michigan State beating Florida. The defense is going to be the reason why they win that game, bro. Their 3 guards versus our three guards is going to be a good matchup.
Florida.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Izzo gets there, he's winning it. Houston, I got Duke winning. I got to see Cooper Flight get all the way to the promised land,
Facts.
and then Izzo gets number 2.
Over Duke.
He gets number 2, bro.
I'll tell you what, if Izzo beats Zion's Duke and Cooper Flag's Duke, he's the best.
Come on, bro. He know
That
he
would
ain't.
be insane.
We already got them coming to EL next year, so
Yeah,
that'll be a great rematch. But I got Izzo cutting down the nets, and if Izzo was to go down before the Elite Eight, you probably won't hear from me. Or I don't know. You just probably won't hear from me if he loses before the Elite Eight. Only L I would take in the South will be Auburn. Nothing else.
Valid. That's valid.
But I'm so sick for St. John's, bro. I really love St. John's team this year, bro.
Hey, just because you ain't pick them, they could still go far.
I know, but I just like to be right. And them versus Florida, I hope it happens. I really honestly, I don't want it to happen. I don't want to be right. I want John Calipari, to make noise, but I don't know if he is. But hey, man, St. John's team is a tough squad, bro.
They are.
Tough squad.
For sure. Who do you like tonight? UNC and San Diego State.
UNC is a better team, bro. I think on paper, I haven't seen San Diego this year. I know they got Miles Bird, but I haven't seen too much from them. I know they lost a lot of players to big schools. As much as I don't like UNC right now, I see them winning, and Ole Miss probably beats them.
Yeah, I agree.
I got Ole Miss. Xavier versus Texas is going to be quite interesting.
That's going to be a good game.
Sean Miller is a great coach. I want to see his schemes versus Texas. If they take away Trey Johnson, a lot of teams haven't. But I don't know. I really don't know about that game, bro. Because Trey Johnson's a bucket, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not really too familiar with Xavier. I'm just familiar with the coaching. But that's going to be interesting, bro. I don't know who wins that. So, any double-digit seeds you got making it to the Final Four, like out of Cinderella, Drake will be the best team for you?
To be honest, it could be one of a few teams to me. I think Drake is definitely one of them. New Mexico is somebody to look out for. Grand Canyon is definitely one to look out for. And I wouldn't underestimate a team like VCU, 11th seed. They got BYU first game. BYU could be in a trap game there.
Mm-hmm. What about, I don't know, UCLA and Utah State? I don't know, man.
Utah State could definitely hand them one for sure.
I think I might want to put that on my bracket.
That's not a bad play right there.
Yeah, I think I want to put them on my bracket.
I like UCLA, but I still think Utah State is going to compete. I think almost every game this round is going to be within 5 to 10 points. It's going to be close, if not like buzzer beaters, of course. But
and I got three 10 seeds beating a 7 seed. And I got New Mexico winning.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Arkansas,
and I got Utah State. But I
like Arkansas.
I don't know if I want to switch that to UCLA. I don't know. I really don't. But is there anything else you got, man, you want to say about this?
Man, I'm just
ask about the freshmen. Freshmen, do you think will improve their draft stock?
Okay. These guys probably don't need much improving, but a guy I think could go higher. Yakuchonis from Illinois, Kaspars.
Yes, sir.
He started off the season great, and then towards conference play, he slowed down definitely. He could definitely bring his stock back up with a big tournament.
Mhm.
Jace Richardson, I mean, his stock's already super high, but I think he's a guy that could definitely pop off in the tournament. I kid you not, I don't think I've seen him have a bad game. Every time I watch him play, he always plays well. And then lastly, Trey Johnson. I mean, March aren't made for guys like Trey Johnson. Just give him the ball and let him work, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I think he could definitely like add himself into another level of like those top 3 or 4 guys, like top 4 pick.
Top freshmen. Even though VJ has to see Duke after, I want to see what VJ could do
Yeah.
because I haven't seen too much from him this season. I ain't gonna lie, because Baylor's been down this year. I
Hmm.
think I only seen versus Gonzaga the game 1 in Arkansas, and I'm pretty sure versus Gonzaga he had a bad game.
Yeah.
Gonzaga or Arkansas, one of those games he had a bad game. So I haven't seen too much from him. I want to see what he's gonna do versus Mississippi State.
Hmm.
He's the guy. They've been saying he's like the top 5 pick. I want to see him. He had a great summer with Bahamas, but I want to see what he can do in March.
Same.
Uh, Duke center. They've been talking about him a lot in the drafts. The draft. I want to see what he's gonna do this March. He's a guy I seen Khan do his thing. I see Cooper Flag. I want to see what Kamal Mukul. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Mukusa.
Malwatch, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a tough one
I seen him play with South Sudan this summer too. But I want to see what he's gonna do in March with Duke.
for sure.
And last one, I just want to see Jace Richardson just take over this damn tournament, bro.
He's a great player, man. I love watching him play.
I'm excited to see Jason Richardson, man. I'm excited to watch Michigan State. They got a tough one. They got a tough 15. I'm not too happy about the team they drew in the 15. Out of
Yeah,
all the 15 teams, we got the toughest one. I'm not too happy about that, but I think we could beat Brian convincingly. Hopefully, we cover the spread. Haven't seen the spread yet, but
hmm,
hopefully they cover the spread. Michigan State.
yeah, yeah.
I just want to see Jace take over, bro. We haven't had a lottery pick since Jaron Jackson.
Wow.
Since Jaron Jackson,
And we haven't since Franz Wagner. So
man.
Danny Wolf or Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf is a guaranteed first round. Let's check if he hits the lotto.
Yeah, facts. Right now, Jace is probably for lottery pick
Yeah,
locked up.
he's probably gotta lock that shit up, man.
Yeah.
Man, but man, games are probably on. There's a 16 matchup right now. I don't know who's playing. I don't know who. I think they play Duke,
Mm.
the winner of that. But is there anything else, bro? You got?
I think we hit everything. We hit everything we wanted to talk about, bro.
Sure, man. Got our episode in. We've been waiting for this episode, man.
And now we just let the games play out.
Sir, man. Pray Izzo gets number 2, bro. He needs number 2. Number 2 at year 30 would be a perfect way to go out, even though he doesn't want to go out. I would love it if he would have went out like this, but man, hopefully Michigan State does their thing. Hopefully my bracket does their thing, does right. Are you joining the league? My brother does a league. I think he did like a $20 entry if you wanted to join that.
Yeah, send me that link. I'll join for sure.
But all right, man, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you for the second time coming on to this podcast, Rooms for Sports podcast, man.
My dog. Hey,
Yes,
bro. Thank you. Thank you for having me, bro. Every time I'm on here, it's awesome. It's great vibes for sure.
sir, man. Let the games begin, bro. Let the games begin, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, man, for the next podcast next week. Probably gonna recap of March. Yeah, it's probably gonna still be based off of March Madness. Yeah, probably. But like, share, subscribe, man, and appreciate you, Jay, again.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brody.
We out, man.
Peace.
Yes, sir.